You were tuned into CFCR 90.5 FM, Saskatoon's community radio, and this is the End Times Transmissions. On this evening's program, I have the entire group. Oh, wow, listen to all that air noise when I turn all those microphones on, gentlemen. Good. Wow, that was creepy. We have Sparky in the studio. Gentlemen, one at a time, say hi, let everyone know. I want to prove to everybody that I've actually got all four of you in the room at once, so prove it. Let's go in a line, starting with John.
Hi.
You're going to have to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I am John.
All right. That's proof, if nothing else.
Oh, it's creaking. Hi, I'm Grandma. Hi.
I'm Chris Douglas. My voice is my passport.
I am Neil, but if you drop a Z, it's Neil's.
This is already one of the best interviews I've had on the show so far. I'm not going to lie.
Feeling good, Scott.
We're gonna probably play one of your. It would be probably a track from one of your latest releases right away. This is probably the last thing you guys put out, right?
That's a fact.
Yeah, and it's off of a split with Montreal's Great Sabatini. Going all the way back to, what is this, summer 2009? Is that when this came out?
I think 2009, that's right.
Yeah, 2009. So it's been a while. So before we go to this, what's on everyone's minds is, where the hell have you guys been?
Making babies.
Never mind.
No, we've been holed up in we do have a studio of our own that we've been demoing and practicing in. Here and there when we get times in between life, but I don't know. It's kind of the beauty of it. We have no pressures. We have no deadlines but our own, which can make you lazy, but it can make for real music.
All right. Well, that being the case, we've got a big relaunch coming up on the 30th, right? And so it's been a while since you guys have played live. Has that lifestyle, that having no pressure situation, has that affected? Is there any new tunes that are coming out of that headspace?
Absolutely.
Okay. And are you finding that new way of, I guess, approaching the world has affected them in any way?
Very true, Scott. You're intuitive.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was a question. I wasn't making a statement. I'm asking. I don't know. I would assume, but I wouldn't.
You're definitely pulling the right string.
You assumed right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's changed us in a lot of ways because approaching the songs, we write music first, and we'll sit down in the control room now at our own pace and just make vocals that we think fit the song. The vocals have been kind of coming out of the songs, which is why they take a lot longer. It's not just maybe your first intuition standing on the floor using the tools you've already developed with your voice, but we've been totally, making some new sounds with our faces.
Right on.
It takes a while to figure those out.
Okay, well, we're going to listen to some slightly old sounds to kick things off. We're going to listen to Omega off of the aforementioned split with Great Sabatini, but I want to hear more about what you guys have been holed up working on. Before we go to this, actually, so how much new stuff is going to be unveiled on the 30th, if any?
New stuff. There will be a disc with 4 tracks. It'll have
4 2/3.
4 2/3, I guess. I'm gonna kind of leave it a surprise. There's gonna be some shit on there you wouldn't expect to hear. Yeah, it's all gonna be fresher stuff with one track from the split that we're gonna throw on there too, because the split never got a proper release, so we're gonna throw that on there, and hopefully some new ears will hear it.
Not bad. Okay, well, let's get going with Omega here by Sparky, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk to guys about just life in general. I think music's important, but I want to hear how they've been doing personally.
The walls are very steep. The water is moving very swiftly, and it's almost as though the future event is throwing off great sparks that are themselves faceted, contradictory epitomizations of this mystery.
And we're back. You just heard Junebug from Melvin's off of Stoner Witch, which is a request by Sparky, who are in the studio with me this evening. Again, gentlemen, say hi. You don't have to do the whole, like, say hi in a line.
Hello.
That was good. That was very good. Again, you guys have a tendency to answer all at the same time, and it sounds like a little bit... It sounds creepy.
It's the same thing when we try and talk with each other not on radio.
I'm trying to tweet here, Scott.
Yeah, what do you need me for? You've got the internet. Nobody listens to the radio anymore. Jeez. Don't you know that? What are you even doing here? You are totally tweeting right now. That's really rude. That's really rude.
My mom has a terrible memory.
Anyway, so... One of the main reasons why I wanted to make sure we had you. I've actually been talking to you guys about having you on the show for a while now, but we wanted to wait for the most opportune time. And the reason why this would be the most opportune time is you guys got a really big show coming up on the 30th, which is going to be at the Cosmos Senior Center, which is also going to feature Ninja Spy and Before in a Pace.
Yes.
And
very happy to play with both of those bands.
Tell me why, or I won't believe you.
You're on.
Yeah, I'm putting the pressure now.
Right in the mic there, Grandma. Taste it.
Before in a Pace, I guess, all of us have been excited about. All of us have seen them individually over the last couple months, and just kind of thought that was one of the bands that wanted to play with. Kaylin was a part of putting on this show as well.
Kaylin from Before in a Pace, right?
Yeah.
Pimps tickets.
It's a little known fact that we mated with Before in a Pace.
You made it with them?
Made it?
Like what's it?
You guys may have been asleep, but
Ooh, okay.
Well, that
tense moment.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Yummy. And
awkward corner.
So tell me about Ninja Spy and maybe a little less. I mean, if you have any really, really graphic physical stories, you could maybe save it at least if they were sleeping.
How far can we go on the radio here, Scott?
As far as you want to go. But maybe not.
Yeah.
Tell me about Ninja Spy. For those of you who have missed, or for those of you who have missed.
Hey,
I want to talk.
field this one for us, Neil.
Tell me all about Ninja Spy.
Wash my hair and everything, so I feel like I should be able to talk.
He looks great.
So.
Unfortunately, this isn't TV. This is only radio, so you can't tell how great he looks.
I thought it would be some, like, okay, I just feel better when I'm well cleansed.
Mm-hmm. Right. And wearing a wolf shirt.
Yes. It's howling away from the moon. No, we did a little tour with Ninja Spy in 2009, out west, Canadian tour, and we enjoyed their music, and they're really cool guys, 3 brothers. And it's fun guys to tour along. I think we got a lot of feedback from other bands out east telling us about Ninja Spy, and then bands out west telling Ninja Spy about us and how we should get together.
So yeah, do you feel like there's a common thread between the two bands at all?
We hit it off. There's definitely some camaraderie there.
Well, beyond personal though, do you think there's a musical there's some semblance of musical common thread running between the two?
Yeah, I actually, without us, we don't really sound that much the same, but I did find that once we hit the road, if one of us would switch vehicles, the music, everyone still liked the same music. There was a lot of common threads with certain bands that they loved and we also loved. So it's kind of, Steely Dan.
Okay.
A lot of weird little things that all of us seem to know, but never thought the other guy would listen to.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Okay, well, I think we're going to move on to another Sparky track now. We're going to listen to Metro off of British Peanut, and then we're going to come back. I want to hear some more about what's going to be going on at the show and everything like that, because I think that's it's really important that the heavy music community of Saskatoon make it out to this one. There's going to be a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, really, like, this lineup is difficult to mess with. To say the very least, it's a very, very special bill, and nobody should be missing out on it. So I want to make sure we talk a little bit more about that. And I would like to hear, just again, we got back onto music. I just want to hear how you guys are doing. I don't know why. I'm just concerned. I missed you guys, and I think a lot of people did, and I think they want to know that you're doing all right. I think that's the concern.
I'm doing really good. This is Chris here. Right here.
All right.
I can't see Scott. I can just see the back of his computer monitor.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Without the eye to eye, if you just want to hear.
You know what? I'm going to let you do... You know what? You have a sultry voice. I'm going to let you do the lead into this one. What are we going to listen to, Chris?
Oh, I'd love to. This is Chris Douglas from Sparky, and you're listening to Metro.
That really trips me out, man. At the state of mind that I'm in right now, like, there's different events, like, happening, like, fun.
All right, and we're back. You're tuned into CFCR 90.5 FM. This is the End Times Transmissions, and we are kicking it up in the studio with Sparky.
Hi.
Listening to some awesome Angela Badalamenti. I'm happy they noticed, because usually people don't notice how great the stuff I'm playing in the background is. Thanks for that, guys.
Just noticing, Scott.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Paying attention.
So we're gonna get some more of your guys' requests, because they brought some really fine records with them. But I want to kind of talk a little bit about the history of the band a little bit more. Actually, one thing that I'm curious about is just from where you are now. Was this particular trajectory, was this something that was kind of pre-plotted from the very beginning, or has this been the kind of group that just kind of goes with the flow? Like, was this all by construct? Is this the intended trajectory?
Very much the latter, the middle ladder. No, we just ended up here, man.
Yeah?
Seriously, yeah. I think if we planned stuff out, we'd probably be a lot more organized and have a lot more albums out in the last 10 years than 2 full lengths and a split and some random stuff on the side.
Okay, that's fair. But at the same time, though, you did mention, though, that, you know, kind of taking a different approach has affected how you're doing things, and it sounds like you're actually quite satisfied with that. Yes?
Very much so.
Yeah, and I guess I'm curious about the specifics about that. A little bit more, like, how do you think things would maybe differ a little bit?
Would differ if we'd taken the other approach, or we're really structured?
I'm curious. I mean, it might be something you haven't thought about before, but I mean, is it like you seem very satisfied with the way you've decided to approach things?
Yeah, I personally am. Like, I'm, busy guy. I've got a busy life, and the band right now is kind of in the spot where it's my only real artistic outlet. Personally, This is Chris here, and so we get together when we can. A lot of it, I'm sure, depends on me. Everybody's busy, but I fill in the cracks, and we'll get into the studio when it's not busy, and we get together. We practice there. We lay down demo tracks in there, and that's where we write a lot of our stuff these days. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction of where the question was.
No, I left it open-ended because I figured it would end up interesting like this.
Well,
just like that.
I think a lot of the time that we've taken over the past 2 years has been used in a way that, if we were playing shows more, continuing to tour, playing with the bands that we know and that we've gotten to know, and continuing to tour with them like they have been doing while we haven't, I think the music would have been different.
Yeah.
For sure. But how it would have sounded, I have no idea. Because I have no idea how we came up with the stuff that we have now.
See, one of the reasons why I ask, and I ask this a lot of the interviews I have, is just because I feel like, to me, to a large degree, it seems like the music that a group creates is informed so much, and people don't tend to realize this, and I will get back to how music informs the music, but just general lifestyle and outlook on life and the way you live your life does inform how you create art so much, and the way you guys have decided to kind of approach this kind of next chapter for Sparky has been a little unorthodox, but I think it's resulted in some interesting stuff, at least as far as the EP is concerned, which is the latest thing. And I was curious, just kind of as we approach getting a chance to hear some more of the new stuff, how that's spun what you do. I find it interesting personally.